Hi, my name is Nithin Manuval Thomas of 3rd BCom A and my roll number is 18UBM141. So today we are going to solve some problems from process costing, joint costing and byproduct costing. So moving on to first costing, that is process costing. Let's have a look at the costing. So costing is a product passed to process 1 and 2 and then to finish job. And 10,000 units are issued to process 1 at a cost of ₹2 per unit, and we have been given some details about the expenses. It's sundry materials, wages, manufacturing expenses, output, normal wastage and scrap value of normal loss. So while solving this, the first step is making process 1. So from these details we can prepare process 1 account. So process 1 account, the first step is writing down the introduced units, that is 10,000. It's given in question that 10,000 units were issued at a cost of ₹2 per unit. So it is introduced 10,000 at ₹2, that is 20,000, and then the expenses are written debited, that is sundry materials 2,000, wages 10,000, manufacturing expenses 2,100. And the next step is finding normal loss. It is given that the normal loss of process 1 is 3%. So yes, 3% of introduced units, that 3% of 10,000, thus we get 300, and the scrap value of normal loss is 0.5. So we can find that 300 into 0.5 equals 150. And the next step is writing down. We have been given the units, output in units. Therefore we know that there's 9,500 and a normal loss of 300, but we can understand that that is 10,000 units were introduced and we have got a 200 balance, and that deficit is called abnormal loss. So in order to find abnormal loss, there's a formula, that is total cost minus scrap value of normal loss divided by input in units minus normal loss in units into abnormal loss in units. Therefore we can find abnormal loss, that is total cost, that is 34,100 minus scrap value of normal loss, that is 150. That gives us this. So divided by normal loss in input in units, that is 10,000, and normal loss in units 300 into abnormal loss in units. Therefore we can understand that the abnormal loss is 700, that is written here. And the next step is balancing the account. Therefore we can balance the accounts and we can get a balance of 33,250 in process cost in process 2 account, process 2. Therefore we know that the balance is 9,500, and we can find the cost per unit of process 1, that is 33,250 divided by 9,500, that is ₹3.5. And the next step is transferring this amount from process 1 account to process 2. Therefore this amount is transferred to the next account. And moving to next account, process 2 account, we know that the balance from the previous account, process 1 account, is transferred here, and all the expenses are debited. And next step is finding normal loss. It is given in question that the normal loss of process 2 is 5% of introduced, that is 5% of 9,500, and that is 475, and its scrap value is in 1. So scrap value is 475, and finishing stock is given that it is 9,100 units. And here we can understand that finishing stock is 9,100. There is a normal loss of 475, that gives 9,575, but initially 9,500 were only introduced, so there is a increase of a value of 75 rupees, that is called abnormal gain. Abnormal calculation of abnormal gain is similar to calculation of abnormal loss. that is total cost minus scrap value of normal loss divided by input in units minus normal loss in units into normal gain in unit. So here you can understand that the abnormal gain is 450. 40 is written down and the account is balance. Therefore we can get balance of 554,600 in finished stock account. And the next step is final step is finding the cost per unit of finished stock, that is 54,600 divided by 9,100, that gives ₹6. Therefore the process accounts are complete. And moving on to the next question from joint costing, we can look at the question. The question is find out the cost of joint products X, Y and Z using average unit cost method. And the details of the different expenses of or different units produced under the three production are given. So let's move to question and solution. The equation for solving this problem is average cost per unit is equal to joint processing cost divided by total output. So it's given that joint cost is 1,20,000 and total product units produced is equal to sum of this. So we can solve. That's 1,20,000 by 4,000, that is ₹30 is the average cost per unit. So next step is finding the portion of joint cost for each product. So X 2000 into 30, for Y 800 into 30, and for Z 1200 into 30. Therefore we can get the answer, and that's the answer. That is the cost per unit of different productions X, Y and Z. So moving on to next question by byproduct. Let's have a look at the question. The question says that on processing a product DLX, another product super is also obtained. Therefore super is a byproduct which after a separate process has a commercial value. The joint cost was joint cost is given 38,000 and cost of DLX and super after separation is given 11,000 and 6,000. And the byproduct, the sale of byproduct is for ₹16,000 and has a profit of 25,000 and 25%. So we need to calculate the cost of byproduct super at the point of separation and account for the main product, that is DLX. So we can move to the solution. And first step is finding the joint cost of super, that is the byproduct. First step is writing down the sales value that's given in the question, that sales value is 16,000. So this 16,000 is written. Next step is deducting the profit margin, that is 25% of 16,000, that is 4,000, and we get total cost, that is 12,000. Next step is deducting separate cost. That separate cost is 6,000. It's given that separate cost of super after separation is 6,000. So 6,000 is deducted. Thus we get the cost at separation point. That is 6,000 is the cost at separation point for super, the byproduct. And the next portion of question is that to find the account for main product, that is DX. So we can find the cost of DLX. So in order to find cost of DLX, first step is to write total joint cost. It is written directly in the question. Joint cost is 38,000. So 38,000 is written. Next step is deducting, adding post separation cost of DLX. It's also given directly in the question, that is 11,000 is after separation. Post cost of DLX 11,000 is added. Then the next step is deducting the cost at the separation point of super that we have calculated in the previous stage. So that is 6,000 as deducted, and thus we get the total cost of the DLX, that is 43,000. And that's all. Thank you.